Hey guys, what's up? I'm Eli from PB Tech, and we're joined by Geoff from Canon today.
Hey Eli, how are you? Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so you've got a few new products for us today.
I have indeed. You've got the fabulous EOS R5 and R6. These are the two newest cameras that we've just announced this week. And I've got them here with me with a couple of interesting lenses so we can have a chat over exactly how they work.
Perfect, and these are mirrorless.
They are. So they're full frame mirrorless cameras, and we've got a range of lenses that go with them again. But yeah, the spec is really quite interesting. So shall I say a little bit about that for you?
Yes, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. So let's start with the R5. Okay, so first we have the EOS R5. Now this is our flagship product. You can see the shutter blades protect the sensor, which is fantastic, of course. So we're not going to get any dust or moisture or anything there. This is a 45 megapixel full frame camera. It uses our very latest Digic X processor. And every time we iterate a new processor, it becomes roughly twice as powerful. So we can do things in real time with this camera that we just couldn't do before. It also is a fantastic video tool. So this is the first, I guess, handheld camera that'll shoot 8K video. So 8K video, 30p, 12-bit. It's an absolute beast.
Wow.
And of course that transfers down into 4K as well, 4K 120, which is awesome.
Wow, so slow motion in 4K.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely fantastic. And the other thing that I find that's really great is the capturing rate here. So we can capture at 12 frames mechanical or 20 frames electronic in silence with full auto tracking. So this is a fantastic little tool for all sorts of things there.
So that'd be great for sports shooting or
Absolutely.
fast moving subjects?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Now the other thing I'd like to say about this camera is you may remember, guys, that some time ago with some of our fantastic RF lenses, we incorporated a feedback loop in terms of our stabilization. So at Canon, our lenses have always been stabilized. But now what we've done is we've introduced IBIS, or in-body image stabilization, into our cameras, 5 stops. So when we combine an EOS R body with an RF lens, we get up to 8 stops of image stabilization. So that's a world first, that's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can now shoot handheld and low light, stop down and get some incredible shots. It just wasn't possible not so long ago. Now the other thing I'd like to say about this is in order to be able to shoot so fast, you may find that you haven't got enough light. So this body has 51,000 ISO.
Wow.
That's the high ISO. It's not a boosted ISO, that's actual ISO of the camera, 100 to 51,400. So yeah, again, by combining the lenses and the cameras, you've got the high ISO rating and you've got fantastic glass to get awesome shots with this particular camera. And the other thing a lot of people have been asking for, Eli, is a dual slot in this camera. So up until now we've just had that single SD slot. The fantastic thing about the EOS R5, not only have we got an SD slot, and that's UHS-2, we've also got CF Express, and that enables us to capture 8K video, which of course is 32 megabytes a frame. So that's a lot of information to handle. And of course the thing with this camera, it's still so small and light in your hand and yet so powerful. So yeah, it's a great thing. And just hold that, Eli, I think you'll agree the ergonomics are fantastic. If you wrap your hand around there, you find that everything falls exactly where it needs to. And the other thing, while you're holding that, I'm just going to bring on the R6. This is the EOS R6. And you'll see a subtle difference. It's very similar, but a subtle difference in terms of the design. And again, it's all about those great ergonomics. Your fingers and your thumb will fall exactly where they need to comfortably get the shots. So you'll notice also, Eli, the viewfinder on that is fantastically high resolution and a very fast refresh rate. So it's 5.76 megapixels. And for those guys like myself who love a good optical finder, this is more than a good substitute there.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's take a look, a little bit more of a detailed look at the R6. What's the spec of this, and why would you consider buying this over the R5? So this has a 20 megapixel full frame sensor. So of course it's fantastic for low light, and we're getting an extra stop of ISO as a result of that. We're up to 102,400 ISO. So yeah, fantastic, right? And lovely big rich pixels, which really makes a nice difference as well. So this also has 20 frames a second in electronic and 12 frames a second mechanical, just like the EOS R5. And it also has the dual CMOS AF2. So we had dual pixel CMOS autofocus, which was a fantastic phase detect system, and on almost 100%, in this case it is 100% of the pixels, we have a couple of subframe pixels, and they basically triangulate to give you perfect focus. It's silent, it's super high speed, and it's super accurate. So we had that already going in our previous models. We've now got version 2, so it's even better up.
Awesome.
Okay, so obviously this isn't quite the high spec of the R5. The viewfinder is only 3.69 megapixels, but still a beautiful camera to hold. But it's nice and light. This is 690 grams with a card and a battery in there, so nice and lightweight. And again, we've got dual card slots in this camera as well. They're both SD cards and they're both UHS too, so they're much faster read and write.
So with the dual card slots, are you able to record to both cards at the same time?
Absolutely. So you can have them as an overflow, so one fills up and then the next one fills up, or you can have them recording simultaneously to both cards, which is really great. Oh, and Eli, just talking about the video capabilities of the R6, it's 4K 60p, it's 10-bit, and this oversamples from a 5.1K uncropped sample, so really high quality 4K video. People ask me about weather sealing and strength and durability, and you'll know that most of the Canon cameras are known for how rugged they are, which is why so many professionals use them. Well, this is the shell of the R5. It's pretty heavy. I'll fire it across to you. Super light, right?
Super light.
Now see if you can twist that.
Let's see if I...
Isn't that amazing? It's so rugged. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
So
solid.
there's a lot of technology that goes into these cameras, and on top of the surface, we basically skin that with a nice sort of rubber compound plastic, so you've got the grip. But it's amazing just how much technology goes into building these. Heat dissipation, the way it holds in the hand, the ergonomics. Yeah, it's great, that, isn't it?
So it's built to last.
Oh, absolutely. And it's built to be reliable. You don't want to be out there in the field shooting and then your camera dies because of a manufacturing problem. So yeah, we put a lot of energy and a lot of effort into making sure these cameras are reliable.
Okay, so these new cameras, do they come with any accessories?
Yeah, they do, and that's a really good question, Eli, because of course a camera is part of a system, isn't it? And one of the things that we do, as we've done with previous R cameras, is we give away free with every R5 and R6, and in fact the RP and the R cameras, this adapter. So this adapter basically connects electrically, so your metering and your shooting are all exactly the same. And in fact, if you put one of these with one of the new R5 or 6 bodies, you'll find that your old EF lenses or EFS lenses may focus and operate even better. So it's really cool. Yeah. So you'll be able to attach any of the Canon glass you currently own with this adapter that ships free. And the other thing I want to talk to you about, there's a lot of people who like to shoot events or weddings and they're consistently shooting either landscape or portrait. So what we've got and we're releasing is a brand new grip specifically for this camera. Very fast to attach. Just lock that on. It takes 2 of the batteries, and the battery that we've got for this camera is the LP-E6NH. So this is the standard LP-E6 battery, but it's got another 14% capacity. So you've now got 2130 milliamp hours, so it gives you another 14%, which it's great. It's not amazing, but it's really good. It sort of helps, doesn't it? And with this particular grip, we can have 2 of those batteries, so I can spin this round to shoot portrait. All my controls are exactly in the same place as they are when I'm shooting landscape. So that's really nice. It saves me having to do this. I think that's pretty much it. We've got a processor which doubles the speed of what things can do in real time. We've got that full frame sensor. I mean, I like to refer to the R6, for example, as a mini 1DX Mark III. It has the same sensor and it's got the same processor, the Digit 10, which is great. And of course the R5, well, it's from the ground up a brand new beast, and it really is a beast of a camera, this one.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, if you guys want to get your hands on one of these, you can come on down to any PB Tech in Auckland, and we should have them on display, so you can come in, have a little play, and see if they're right for you. All right, thanks.
Fantastic. Thanks very much, Eli.
Cool.
Good to
See you later.
See ya.
Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.